Lexi, what's going on?
Yeah, talk to us.
Nothing much. It's been a very long day.
It's Friday.
It's Friday, which means it's the weekend.
It's the weekend. You looking forward to the weekend, huh?
Yeah.
just like everybody else.
Everybody
That's
else.
in that got a 9 to 5.
Looking forward to the
Can't wait to the
48
weekend. Can't wait to get drunk.
$48 of freedom.
And can't wait to be hungover Sunday.
Back to work Monday.
And try to do laundry and all that good shit. Cook Sunday dinner. And get back to work Monday. With attitude.
With attitude, because you don't want to be there.
Not liking life. Just agony pain. So talk to us. I mean, I know we kind of touched topics on from the last episode, as far as behind every great man, there lies that.
First, I want to talk about that, but first,
okay.
I want to speak on. Look, LeBron, didn't he just play Kyrie Irving?
Oh.
Didn't he just play Kyrie Irving and stuff? Right?
Yeah.
Bill Clinton was there.
Billy Bill was here.
Big Bill.
Big Bill was in
BC.
He was in attendance.
BC, the medicine, that nasty ass medicine. BC was there.
Hey.
You know what?
Talk to me real quick.
So, LeBron posted.
Oh,
he put, BC
okay.
in quotations, first black president. We still appreciate you to this day. You to go. Right? I don't understand that, man. Look, man. Bill Clinton wasn't even a great president. I don't know why he gets so much credit for being a president. Why?
Tom. You said BC. You said he was the first what?
He said he's the first black president. Why? Because he smoked weed and got some head?
This is what, Bron?
Yeah.
So LeBron James said?
Your boy.
Time out. LeBron, he's a very he's a smart guy.
Yeah, he is, but damn.
That sounds so dumb to me though. That's one of the dumbest things I've heard LeBron say.
I mean, it's not just LeBron
It's
though.
not.
It's just not LeBron?
Saying he's the first black
other
president?
celebrities. There's other celebrities
Come on.
comedians done spoke on this.
Yeah.
Bill, he just like a nigga. It's just ignorant shit. I can't stand it. I mean, he doesn't know that he the one to cause a mass incarceration for a lot of blacks and other minorities. He the one signed the bill for the 3-strike rule in California.
So listen, I don't know. I just really wasn't. Maybe I wasn't informed of the situation as far as people around here talking about BC as the first black president. Shit, I just didn't know. This is blowing my motherfucking mind. Huh?
He just gets too much goddamn credit. I mean, I just don't get it. I don't get it.
So you said he signed passed that 3-strike rule for Cali?
Yeah,
3-strike rule
is
life.
He's the reason why a lot of prisons were overpopulated. But we love him because he I guess he smoked a little weed. And he got some head.
Got away with getting head
in the Oval Office. So that type of shit. It's just
I guess
like,
we do that. He's okay with us.
Come on, I guess
You're
it's
okay,
alright.
Bill.
Yeah, it's annoying. Okay. And speaking on that, I mean, we talk about you were about to get on talk about behind every successful man is a great woman. But before we get on that, I do speaking on LeBron shit. LeBron, he's a great dad, right? He's a great parent.
Yeah.
But where is daddy at? No, nobody ever talk about LeBron's dad, like where his dad is at. Like we don't even have a picture of LeBron. I mean, it's not really our concern, but LeBron, nobody ever talks about who his father is. I mean, maybe LeBron looks just like his dad. We don't even know it. Maybe it's another 6'8" LeBron out here. That's his daddy, senior and shit. I mean, he's not senior, but because LeBron James Jr., he got his son LeBron James. I'm just saying, what if he
Papa Bron.
Papa Bron
Grandpa Bron.
or James or whatever?
Anthony McClellan? Does that sound right to y'all?
What?
Who's that?
That's who they say is his dad.
Anthony
Anthony McClellan. He has an extensive criminal record, so he was not involved in his life.
So, how long? I mean, was he in prison or what? What's going on? Talk to us.
I'm pulling it up. 1 second, people. Let me see.
Okay.
So, he only speaks on his mom, just like a lot of athletes speak. I mean, I get it because dad was
Sacrifice.
Because a lot of dads don't get a lot of credit, right?
Right.
For their sons, you know, making it to the NBA or NFL. When they get to the league, they say, "Hey, mom, thank you, mom," or whatever. But there's some dads out here that may have contributed, but they don't get the credit like mom do.
Yeah, they don't.
I saw that Jay, what's his name, Jay Morant for
his dad and stuff.
Yeah, his dad worked him out. I mean, made sure you know he got his game right.
Yeah.
Taught him how to work out. Taught him, you know, showed him how to work on his game.
With
Kyrie's dad.
Another one. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't even really give much more information than his name and that he had a criminal record.
Huh?
That's
Maybe they made it. Maybe he made it that way.
Maybe he
like not to give him too much credit.
Not credit, or maybe he just hasn't acknowledged his dad. Like he never spoke on that. Spoke on, you know, his father at all.
I mean, how much can we actually have if we don't really actually know?
I mean,
he doesn't talk about it. So.
He doesn't talk about it. Do you think it would bother him though for him not to know his dad?
Heck yeah.
I mean, now that you've grown, you have all the resource and the money to like, hey, I want to reach out and like I want to know like who I am, because that, in a way, like that's a part of you, right?
Yeah, I mean, but you think about it. I mean, that's
because you want to
he's
know.
Battling he's definitely holding something there.
Yeah, a couple of years ago he did post. He posted on Instagram. He said, like, "Wow, Dad, you know what? I don't know you. I have no idea who you are, but because of you is part of the reason who I am today. The fuel that I use, you not being there, is part of the reason I grew up to become who I am. It's part of the reason why I want to be hands-on with my endeavors. So me in a position allowing people around me to grow, that maybe wouldn't have happened if I had 2 parents, 2 sisters, a dog, a picket fence, you know." So, I mean, sounds like to me.
I think he acknowledged that part, right? But still, you want to know who your dad is.
You still want to have that type of connection. Every.
You may not even want to have a relationship afterwards, but you may want to like, yo, I want to know.
But I mean, but yeah, every child longs for that quality time for their dad. I mean, with their dad and shit.
That's true.
All in all,
That's
it was missed. I mean, you get over it, but you can't really get over that.
Okay.
It's stuck there. So how can you actually let it go?
All in all, you know, he broke the cycle. He's there for his children.
Yeah.
Very involved and a great
but
father.
do you just shun your dad, or do you forgive him?
Because they don't know their grandpa.
Or do you forgive him?
They may want to know, because as you get older,
you know what I'm saying?
Like myself, I want to know who my
you keep that
grandparents
from the children.
Parents are, even though they may not be like a great role model, but just like this is your grandfather, this is your great grandmother, your great great grandmother. Because we don't know that. Like, do you know past your grandma or your great grandma who her mother was? Do anybody know? Do we ask these questions?
I knew my great grandmother. But besides that, no.
Yeah, we've asked that question. But me, I did not have my dad in my life. Like, my dad walked out of my life at what, age 5? 5. So it's like, I don't really know anybody on that side.
So you know your grandmother.
Yeah.
You know your great grandmother.
Yeah.
Do you know your great great grandmother?
Yeah, because I was about to be named after her. But past her, no.
Past her, no. It's kind of like, you know, after your great grandmother, it's like, damn, what happened to our family after that?
Yeah, it's up in the air.
And then sometimes, you know, like with my grandmother on my father's side, she doesn't know her dad. Like, she was just like, whatever. I don't know. He ain't never been there. So it's just like, well, damn, I would like to know who my great grandfather was. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't even know my grandfather. As far as on my dad's side.
Like his dad?
I don't know his dad.
He never mentioned.
I don't know my grandpa. I don't know my great grandpa. I don't know my grandpa. I don't know nothing about my dad's generation. Yeah.
Damn.
I don't know anything.
He never spoke on that?
No. So once again, you have to think. Me and my dad, you know, with him a little bit, but not really with him a little bit. I mean, so it's kind of half and half. I didn't get to really have all that those type of talks and all those things. So yeah, man, I don't even know my side from my dad and his dad and his dad. I don't know that. Would like to, but I mean, for all I know, what I know a little bit. I mean, my dad's father. I mean, he was in and out of jail. That's all I know.
Your dad's father?
Yeah. That's all I know. Regarding my grandpa. So
that's crazy.
That's crazy.
I just, I just thought about that. Like,
yeah.
Damn, like I only know.
Yeah. I mean, look.
That's crazy, and it's kind of sad that we only know only a little bit. We're lucky or even blessed enough to even have our grandparents in our life for one, and then great grandparents. Yeah. We even lucky to even meet them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, my grandpa on my dad's side.
That's crazy. You ever thought about that?
Never met him. Not really. Yeah, no, not until now and shit.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, yeah, you just said your grandma, but it's just.
Well, I knew her name. That's about as much as I knew about her because I was
supposed to get. You don't really know too much.
Yeah, and my mom's side is the only real side that I actually know. Like my dad, he passed away 2013, but before that, I think I only had met 2 people on his side, and that was by happenstance in the middle of a PetSmart. Randomly, they recognized my mom.
Oh, hey.
And it was like, wow. You look familiar. And so I'm like, I don't really know anybody past those 2 people. Like I've seen them on Facebook, stuff like that, because we reconnected after the funeral, but they really don't want nothing to do with us, and I could care less.
I kind of think about this stuff too, because we're in 2020, but I'll be looking back like my grandparents, they were born in 1941, and then I'm like, damn, their parents was born maybe between 1910 1920, and it's like we're not too far away from slavery. I mean, like we really not, like, to be honest.
And maybe that is also the reason we don't know, because if I'm thinking back the same, my great grandma was 1923, and then Susie was 20 years before that. So yeah, right. That makes more where that knowledge gap kind of cuts off is right after.
Right. I kind of think about this stuff. It's like, damn, like we don't know where we really come from. We really don't. Like, we just know, like, hey, my grandma knew they from. My grandpa, he from Pine Bluff.
About it.
You know what I mean? So we don't really know nothing about ourselves.
Makes family trees very hard.
And then they have this Ancestry.com bullshit.
Yeah.
We don't even know that's even fucking true.
For us, no. For other people, yeah.
21andMe.
People, well, the 123andMe or whatever, the blood sample, that makes sense as far as tracking back at least like a geographical location of where we come from. But that still doesn't help you with the people.
Your blood.
I don't know.
See, that's some crazy shit too.
They could be lying to you.
You paying $134 and shit for a damn.
This particular cell, James Jenkins back in 1920. Bullshit. James Jenkins back in 1920 had this particular same type of blood cell. So y'all related somehow.
We somehow related. Like, come on, man.
That's kind of real sketchy. I'm just gonna say it's sketchy as fuck.
It is.
21, everybody.
It is. But just to moving along. We don't know. We don't know shit.
We not the people.
We don't know our grandpa. Sometimes we don't know our great grandmothers. Fuck it. That's another time we have to research.
Hell yeah. I mean, definitely.
Somebody take the test and figure out.
But,
I ain't taking no test.
I mean, we might have to just to
Can
see.
use you for murder.
True.
That
Ancestors good.
They literally use that for that. Just don't throw it out there. But that's another time.
And people have been caught.
Yeah,
for
that's
that.
what I'm saying. They've used it.
It's on record.
Yeah,
it's on file. Cats has been caught with this. Blood
You found out your people, but now you're in jail.
Damn, right.
Yeah.
They can't come bail you out.
Lexi, okay. This is your topic that you wanted to bring up and lay it on us with the questions, and we we'll try to answer it to the best of our abilities.
Well, you guys have firsthand experience, so that's why. The topic and the question is, what is your thoughts on the creation of child support? Like how does that impact you guys? Because I mean, you both have kids, and like, kind of what do you think about it?
Before you dive in, obviously it was another way to bring division between the household. Go ahead.
I agree. Man. I think child support was established in 1975, I believe.
Okay.
So that's when I think that's when it was established. Especially you think about when that's when they were moving, the fathers outside the household. So especially with this assistance, it's still going on to this day.
Yes. It wasn't
really,
meant to be forever.
We have to pay that back, but I don't know. Child support is it can like you said, it really can cause division. It can cause you losing time with your child because you really have to make a certain amount of money to. If you're working a 9 to 5 for sure, like and it really doesn't matter if you are working, if you have a career or if you're an entrepreneur, you still have to pay a certain amount of money. So by you paying this child support, they don't think about, or the moms may not think about, because some moms may do this just to be spiteful, because y'all may not be getting along. So, and then they do it. They may not do it, or they may just do it when you're, especially when we have kids. We have kids young, right? So both with your partner, you may not even be mature enough to have these conversations and be like, hey, we really need to come together and work things out. So by them putting child support on you at a young age, it kind of doesn't really give you a chance to prove that you can be a father. You know what I mean? Like, you can take care of responsibilities and you can get things together.
Right, sets you behind.
It does set you behind. Yeah. I mean, especially if you do fall behind.
Yeah.
I mean, take your taxes, take your driver's license. You can't get a passport. You can't get a car. You know what I mean? So you can't get a house. And on top of that, no matter what's going on with mom, even though she doesn't have child support, but for you, it's like you're obligated to pay that amount every single month. And your child may not need $500, $600 this month. You know what I mean? This may need, it just fluctuates. It depends. But I just really think that, especially, here's the thing, like, with the moms, they get, all the support, right? They get food stamps, the WIC, housing, right? Mm-hmm. They get housing. And for the men, they don't get that. You obligated to pay this. And with the moms, because we're so against each other, like, today, with moms. And for men, we get looked at like, hey, we hold you to a standard, like, hey, you need to provide, you gotta take care of home, especially when you're on child support, you still gotta pay your own bills, right? Yeah. You gotta pay your own bills. If you don't have a place for your child to come to, especially on visitations, then you can be talked about.
Yeah.
Like, you ain't got no place of your own. Like, wait a minute, hold on now. I'm busting my tail to make sure the child support is paid. Then on top of that, I gotta make sure I get a place for our child to come stay. And then you don't send no clothes over. You don't send no food. So now I'm coming out of additional money to do that. So it's just really depends on who you have a child with. Like, because you really don't have to be on child support if you work together with the other parent. So that's just my take on it. Especially, you're it's kind of like a prison sentence till like they're 18, but in Nebraska it's till 19. So it's kind of, to me, it's like a prison sentence. Like you're stuck.
Yeah, you just gotta take it.
For some people, it makes them really money hungry.
Yeah.
Depending on how much child support is put on them. Like, yo, I gotta get this money. I gotta make up for it. I gotta do extra. Do what I gotta do.
I mean, sometimes
For some, it's for others. It's like fuck this shit. I don't give a fuck.
You can only get so
much.
Bitch,
you ain't getting shit.
The bare minimum. Well, I'll give 132 because I ain't working a fucking full-time job.
But at the end of the day, so
if he cats like that too.
If he cats like that, like fuck that. I quit.
Yeah.
I quit every motherfucking job I get.
Yeah.
No, if it's dudes that's like that. It's dudes that's like that. It's dudes that's like that. So it's dudes that quit their job, keep quitting their job or whatever, because they don't want to pay the motherfucking child support because they mad at their child's mother. But
in a way,
and it hurts you, and it hurts your kid.
I kind of feel him and shit. I mean, it ain't me, but I ain't that type of guy. But I kind of feel him. I
kind of feel him, but at the same time, you gotta get over that shit. You gotta think about this shit. You gotta think about it. Like, hey, do I want to wait until I'm fucking? Do I want to keep paying this shit until I'm fucking 50, 60 years old?
There's no type of room for.
I know some guys
for the person.
I know some guys that's like 50, that was 50 just at a last payment of child support. I'm finally free for this motherfucker. I'm finally free. Like nobody want to live like that. You don't want to live like that, obligated to pay a certain amount. Some child support ain't shit. Some dudes paying $100 ain't shit. But I'm just saying, you know, if you really paying a certain no, bro, that's some dudes that ain't paying shit.
It's unfortunate cats out here.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, I'm finally free. Oh, yeah, you only paying 100. I mean,
so
over time, I mean, I get it,
but do you guys realize? I personally don't get child support, but do you realize also what the mother is paying for? I know some of them aren't. Some of them aren't, and for those ones,
some of them ain't paying shit.
I really cannot stand those ones because they make it difficult for the people. They make it difficult for the people who do have bills, like extremely difficult. Like child support was pushed as soon as the child came out. Like I had to sign. You remember? Had to bring our licenses.
They devilish, boy. I'm telling you, they
had to bring our licenses. Had to sign all this paperwork. And for me,
you don't show up.
He have a choice.
You know what I mean?
He have a choice.
That's why you there, bro. That's why you there. Push. Yeah. All right, I'm going.
No.
Black smoking shit.
But like I knew from the beginning that I wasn't putting him on child support. Like that was a dead set thing. A couple times, you know, you start getting animosity towards a person, and then you realize then I realized like that's not healthy. So don't even do it. I remember I got the letter in the mail, and I was like, nope, not gonna do it. And the only reason that I had to second guess it was because when you say you don't want to put somebody on child support, I can't get anything. I can't get any assistance.
That's true.
I can't get food stamps. I got kicked off of WIC because I was only on it because she was a preemie. Like, I didn't get housing.
She took a gander.
I didn't.
She looked at shit.
But it makes sense to like have both sides. Like, okay, if I do put him on child support, that means I'm at least getting some funding, and I'll get some housing or some other kind of assistance. And if I don't, this is literally me trusting that he's going to do all he needs to do financially so that I don't have to do all of that, you know, all the extra stuff.
Right.
And it was hard at the beginning. You know, we had a plan. We did daycare and stuff together. For the first year, she didn't go to daycare. It was either my mom or his mom. And that was so helpful.
And also, yeah, and that's big too because you got to be careful who you have kids with too because you got to look at their family too. You gotta look at their family support. Like, damn, dude, damn, you on drugs? Yo, daddy.
So babysitters aren't helpful. Yeah.
So you kind of got to think about that too. Like, damn, we ain't doing, I can't do this shit. So you got to think about that, like where, because having a child is, it takes.
Coke and shit. You ain't got time for that. Line of Coke with Coke. Baby like,
no, like they say, it takes a village to raise a child. So
yeah,
it
does.
When you come together and have a child, you got to think about, both families. Like, okay, do we have both parents coming together to raise our child? Because, you got stuff that you got to do too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then, kids can't really get into school until they're 3 or 4 years old. Daycare is expensive. Childcare is expensive as hell. These motherfuckers making bank. I'm thinking about opening up daddy daycare. For real, it's really a lot. It's really a lie.
And we got the least expensive daycare that I found,
and then
it's still expensive.
Then you gotta find some people, people you can trust with your child, and are they learning where they at?
Yeah.
You know, is it safe? Or they, whatever. And then your child can't talk. Yeah, can't tell you what happened. Can't tell you if they thumped your kid in the head. Can't even tell you this shit. Can't even tell you. So. Yeah, because I'll kill a motherfucker if you hurt my kid, but I'm just saying, so.
DD10, baby. Guess I heard DD10, baby, and shit. Getting away with it.
So,
I'm just.
Stone cold stunning babies and shit getting away with it.
But, child support is. I get it. It's some dudes out here that just don't give a fuck.
Are you on child support for all of your kids?
No.
Okay. So, how do you. Hold on, how do I ask this question? How do you ensure that because you have the twins now. Mm-hmm. How do you ensure that you're giving your children equal time when it comes?
It's no equal time.
But do you favor the child that you have to pay? Like, how do you separate that?
Don't favor nobody.
How do you?
Here's the thing, though.
I mean, where would there be favoritism?
Not necessarily favoritism, but when you're responsible for, because it also does depend on who the child's mother is. When you're responsible for a child and you are paying child support, and you know that mother is gonna be, oh well, even though I get your child support, that don't mean you can't keep your son or your child. Like, how do you?
It's some mothers that just keep you away, and then some mothers that, especially when you have a kid I have my kids at 20 and 21. So when you have my oldest two. When you have your kids that young, nobody's mature in that situation. I mean,
right.
I was on child support before. My oldest child, which is my daughter, my beautiful daughter, turned 1. So
no chance at all.
No chance at all to really prove. And then on top of that, both of us not getting the proper guidance on how to handle the situation. So when you get put on child support at that young of age, you're like, damn, like this woman really did this shit. You know what I mean? But I really didn't know about child support at that point, at that given time. At that young age, I had no one to talk to. So, I really didn't know. I'm like, damn, I gotta pay $500.
Oh man.
Oh, okay. I mean, I could do that. You think $500
right.
There's nothing, but when you think about it, like, damn, I ain't got no money. Shit, so when you young, but when you, it's just about really not, and really you get put on child support because some guys, because y'all not together.
Right.
Just because y'all not together, you get put on child support. Then then some women try to control you, try to use the child as a pawn or whatever. And try to tell you when you can see your child. So,
which at that point you have every legal right to be like, no, this is when we're gonna set it up. And it's like, I feel like some parents don't fight for that.
I mean, look, they doing that shit like Jordan shit.
But it's like they can't do that.
But they
can't. That's the part that annoys me.
But some guys don't know and don't. And then sometimes they say fathers for a lifetime. I'm gonna say it's a fucking joke.
Is that a program?
It's a program. Okay. It's a joke. It don't really help. Then you go downtown to the courthouse and you looking for help. You trying to talk to somebody to help you out, and then
nobody can help.
Yeah, and Nebraska is definitely a pro-mother state, so.
I think it's just anywhere.
But Nebraska is
it's
pro-mother.
Guys that gotta pay. Guys gotta prove more than a woman, than anything to say I can take care of this child than the woman. Y'all can just apply for assistance and get it. I mean, maybe you have to go through some steps, but
right.
We gotta, like I said, this society look at us like you can't go out and provide. You can't.
Worthless.
You worthless if you can't handle your business. You can't provide a place. You can't. You over here. You
down
here asking
a lot of money though from
for assistance. You know what I mean? So. For us, it's like I said, like we stated earlier, is we are held to a higher standard. So we're the ones that are supposed to lead our family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why we looked at like that. Like, hey, if you can't step up, then you ain't shit.
Yeah. Oh no.
You know, and then you get this confusion where some guys not able to pay their child support, but they're very involved in their child's life, and they still get looked at like it don't matter what you do. Like if you in your child's life and not able to pay child support, you still ain't shit. Now if you paying your child support and you really not involved, you still ain't shit.
And
so
then,
it's kind of like
damn.
damn.
But then on top of that though, you find you look at situations like, damn, okay, I'm in my child's life, shit, I'm actually married to the mother, and shit, I'm still on child support.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Not with that child though.
No,
I'll bullshit y'all.
Because if you're in the same household.
I've seen a case where someone was married and still was paying child support for 2 of the children. I bullshit you not.
How? If they're in the
you
same
not.
household and
Listen,
you're
I
married.
bullshit you not. Prior to the shit happening, he was on child support. Next thing I know, whoopty bop boop bop ring ding da ding. He's still paying child support while married. Y'all tell me what the fuck.
Then he
Where's
ain't do
this
his
at?
stuff right.
Listen,
Just gonna be honest, he
listen,
ain't do his
I'm
stuff right.
I'm not out here. Listen, I got my sources.
He
all
didn't
in
do his
all,
stuff right.
Listen, I mean, hey,
How are you married and paying child support? That doesn't even
For
make
the
any
same
sense.
kids that they both have together.
You tell me.
Cause that's
I need to see
either
this.
he was in back child support, he owed stuff, or
Maybe
they
he
were still
owed.
on. They were still
He
on
ain't
the.
maybe not on it, but
Maybe he didn't know.
Maybe he in arrears.
Maybe he
okay?
didn't. Maybe he
He's
didn't
in
know.
arrears, or
Like
they
this-
still on Medicaid,
I can
and they still gotta pay
I
that.
can confirm maybe this individual didn't know. I can confirm that he didn't know.
That don't make any sense.
That doesn't.
Like, there's no way
Then
you
why
married.
the fuck did it happen?
Well, I don't know. I need to see some shit. I need to see
see
paperwork.
proof.
I don't know.
They
I
not.
don't make no
That means
motherfucking
they
sense.
not legally married,
so
man.
time out.
That's
time
not
out.
a thing.
So now I'm bringing something to y'all attention, and now y'all need proof.
Yeah, 'cause
Y'all
that's
can't-
not a
y'all can't-
thing.
y'all can't-
No,
y'all
I'm not
can't
saying.
back me
No, I
up
mean,
on my word.
We're not
I'm not
saying we
saying
don't
that.
back you, but
I'm not saying that can't
Talk to
happen
me.
because it's parent. It's
Look, I didn't say multiple cases. I said one particular.
That means he's
Come on,
doing something
guys.
wrong.
I don't
He has
mean he
to
necessarily
be.
doing something wrong.
No,
That
I'm
doesn't
saying
mean
like
he
checking the
necessarily doing
court
something
system,
wrong, though,
figuring out
but-
what's going on.
Right there, doing something wrong.
Not
Automatically.
him. I'm talking about the system
Okay, we're
is
talking
doing
about the
something
system.
wrong, not him.
Of course, they always
Okay,
screw
I
you.
just want to make
They
sure you
always
don't
screw you.
highlighting that particular individual
always
that's
screw
doing
you.
something wrong.
Something going on with the case.
Okay, I just want to make
There's
sure.
got to be more to the
Listen,
story.
They always screw you. Go
All
ahead,
in
go
all,
ahead.
and this case was in Nebraska. So
Ooh.
once again, what you
What's
say about
Nebraska
Nebraska?
really?
It's a pro-mother state.
Okay.
However, something is going on with this case. If this is the only one,
That's pro.
because once you get married, if you're living
No.
in the same physical household,
You know what?
there's child support
That's-
kind of gets cut off.
That's-
Unless you're in arrears and you got to pay up to where you are, but they're not gonna make you pay child support.
Listen,
That don't make sense.
look, check this
That's
out. Check
because
this
they
out.
gotta get their money
Check this
though.
out. Check this out. You said it's
This
pro
is
mother.
business. This is big
That
business.
wasn't pro mother. That was Hall of Fame mother type shit that they did. This wasn't pro. That was Hall of Fame. They upped to the motherfucking level of Hall of Fame and shit. That's what they did on shit. On that
So
shit.
let me.
Now bullshit you not.
Let me. Okay.
I'm telling you.
Now let me ask you this: could you ever
Hall of Fame and shit.
get back with
Mother.
someone who put you on child support?
That's tough. No, that's tough.
Hold up. Hold up now.
English. It's tough.
How is that tough?
It's tough.
How is that tough?
Listen,
It's tough. I mean,
Because
there's
you have to
different-
realize what
It's-
child
it's-
support means for some people, though.
It's
That's
it's
a
tough.
it's not even like honestly
tough
the amount that
situation.
people have to pay is chump change compared to what
okay,
it actually
no,
costs.
let me.
Chump
What it actually costs to
Chump
provide
change.
for a child. Because they're not just providing diapers and clothing, they're providing housing, they're providing medical insurance, they're providing food, they're providing
Lexi,
if the
Lexi,
person is
Lexi, you
working,
said-
they're providing child care expenses.
But
Let's
you,
see,
but you
let's-
label it as chump change.
The amount. If you
Let's-
think
let's-
about the
let's-
amount that it
amount
actually takes
that-
to
wait,
take care of a child,
Let me-
that's chump change in
Let's put the
comparison.
brakes on this real quick,
Wow.
Lexi, because
Homie don't get it.
because not everybody's providing health insurance.
No, I'm talking about the cost. Because if the state is providing health insurance, housing, and food stamps, when they do the child support, they are,
They
making
include
that,
all
they're
that.
including that in that. They're not just thinking about, because technically all those services are still being provided and paid for by somebody, meaning taxpayers. So they have to still come up with
No,
that.
it's being paid back by the person that's put on child support.
That's what, and taxpayers, because
Our
the amount that you're
taxpayers
getting, say you pay 500. The mother does not actually see that 500
Right.
because they take that's what I'm saying. That amount that they physically get is chump change compared to the amount that it actually costs to
but
take
you
care of a
didn't-
child.
You
That
didn't specify that. You didn't specify as far as the chump change. I mean, you could like, hey, as far as what the mother is receiving.
The mother is receiving as well as the amount that technically is being overall paid.
So what's
From the father.
let me say
From
this.
whoever is on
Anything,
child support, because it's not just
chump
fathers
Okay,
on child
so
support.
what's the
Chump
chump
change,
change? What the mother is getting or what the state is getting?
She said all across the board, the mother and what the father is.
Whatever the
having
actual
to
amount
pay.
the father is paying,
That's chump change.
$500 compared to what it actually costs to raise a child
It's even more
for a
though. For
month.
some people, it's even more though. How can you say that?
How? Housing?
How can you say that?
I don't know who housing
People out here
is.
paying well over $2,000 for kids. What are you talking about?
How many kids are these?
What are you? Motherfuckers are out here paying
It can't
money
be
for
one
kids.
child.
Ah, bullshit.
It
You
It
not.
can't be.
That's bullshit.
Then how much is he
It depends
saying he
on the
makes a
person
month?
that makes on the money.
How much
shit.
is he saying he
That's
makes a
crazy.
month then?
Listen,
First
cats
of all-
out here making money and they paying money
That-
per month.
It makes
for
sense.
these
If you are
man,
making money,
well, look,
No,
if
man,
you're
let me-
making
let me-
5 G's,
Let
3
me say,
G's, whatever, you should be
okay.
paying
We
more.
all can sing together at the same time, but we can't.
We can't talk at the same time.
But let me say this real quick because it really depends, though. You know what I mean? It's some mothers who ain't out here doing nothing. It's some mothers that are out here busting their ass, and they do need some money to help. But with that being said, you don't really need to go downtown to get this done because not all mothers are receiving assistance either.
Right.
So, really,
That could
you
be a
can really
worked out.
work this out.
Definitely.
But with that being said, you're talking about there's a lot of it costs a lot to raise a child, especially the monthly expense. But some of them don't really have a monthly expense. I mean, you think
What
about
child don't have a monthly expense?
look, you getting all this assistance and all that. Well, how much you really paying? Let's be honest.
But
though.
that amount is based off of how much assistance she's getting. That amount that people have
I mean,
that person has to pay.
if you on housing, if you getting
That's
food
a stipend.
stamps,
That's a card or whatever. I don't know none of these things. I don't get them.
like you really not paying
You-
that much for rent.
Yeah,
To
the
be
person
honest.
is not paying, but I'm saying the state, when they're looking at that, they're thinking about how much does it technically cost to house this person? How much does it technically cost to get food to this person?
So
'Cause
how's that really chump change if a person is really just an average person? Like if a person is paying $400 or $500 a month, that ain't really that bad. If I can get the child and the child can come with me.
But then you would then have to be paying for
No.
The
See,
daycare.
this is what you're not understanding. So it's okay that I pay $500 a month and I just don't see the kid.
No, that's
Right.
not okay either.
But here's the thing though. So if I'm paying $500 and I'm providing insurance too, and I provide a place to stay, right? And when the child comes with me, I'm providing food and clothing and all that, and still I gotta keep up with the utilities and I gotta make sure the rent is paid as well. I gotta provide transportation as well. So with that being said, it's equal then. Like
It technically
on your
what
part, you need to make sure you handle your business and pay your
definitely.
bills.
But when they're
Because
calculating
I'm
that,
dishing out $500 and I'm paying
they're
a house. Because not all guys are just slouches. There's some guys that like myself. I don't live with no female. I've got my own whips. I got everything on my own. I bust my ass. So
when
like,
they're thinking about also who has, I don't know like custody wise, but like whoever has whatever they consider the majority
right,
of the
it's
time.
Whoever has primary physical custody.
Yeah, that's why I was like,
it's
that's
some
also
women,
what
it's
it's
some women
considered
who
too.
dumb who really want to be in control and don't
Oh,
and
definitely.
want joint custody. They just want your money and they want to be in control.
So the people who are doing that though, they're what's making it difficult and causing that stigma to the actual idea of child support. Child support was, like you said at the beginning, not meant to be forever. The assistance itself was not meant to be forever. But when
we all fall into that trap because
people play the system.
we're dumb. we're dumb too because we can't like simply just work together and say, look, man, seriously. Like you see how, I mean, I know some people have experienced this. They may have saw their parents go through it, their father go through it, and maybe you need to go holler at your daddy. Like, shit, Dad, why wasn't you around? Shit, motherfucker, I was paying $1,800 for you and your motherfucking siblings. I mean, shit, I had to be at work all the time. So you kind of got to think about that. No, I ain't got no goddamn college money for you. You got to drop 30 tonight, boy. Because I ain't got, you going to have to get a scholarship. Because all that money I paid, that could have been for college. But, I mean, that's for a person who just that's going with the 9 to 5, who doesn't have bigger dreams and who isn't pursuing to make sure, like, hey, my kid, we don't have to worry about that. Yeah. But for a person who just working a 9 to 5 for 20 plus years or whatever the case may be, don't have college money for their kids. So when their kid gets 18 and 19, really need help, like I need about $300-$400, they dad may not have it. Like shit, like dog, like bruh, I just paid your motherfucking mama. I was paying your mama $600-$700 a month. Right, ask your mama where the money at.
Look at the thousands.
Go get the thousands for your mama. I mean, you kind of got to think about that. That's what child support does to certain people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and then the real help, not only
financially,
what's going on. So the real help, you think about the kids, being young, but when they get older, that's when the expenses gradually become more and more.
For some reason, I'm thinking it's the opposite. Like
no, I think when they get older, because
so expensive.
they're getting involved in more things, and now, and then now, okay, when they go to college, they don't have any money.
Scholarships.
So
I survived off of scholarships for 3 years.
But when you get older, like, Dad, my car broke down. Who gonna do that? You in college?
You gonna have a job.
See, that's how can you work if you're
I
based
did it.
on
I did it very easily.
Athletic scholarship, you don't have time.
Are you in dorms?
You don't have trust.
See, here you go, because you
are
never
you in
played
dorms?
college sports.
But I went to college.
But
I'm just saying,
you're just a student, so you have time.
You
taking 12 to 15 credits.
I was supposed to be an actual college athlete though, but I chose not to.
So here's the difference. College athletes, I mean, shit, we got workouts at 6 in the morning. You got to go to class.
Is this a requirement though? Are you required to be a college athlete?
Requirement, yes.
Are you required to be a college athlete?
If you're coming on for scholarship, then hell yeah, yes you are.
Okay, most guys of our color that's going to college, we trying to get to the big leagues, and we trying to take care of our family. I mean, we got dreams, so that's the majority why most guys go. And then us as parents, see, now we getting into a whole bunch of shit because now, so when we go to college, our parents, especially when you play sports, we ain't talking about what you can major in.
Hell no.
Why not? That's how you set them up for success.
That's what I'm saying.
Most
black parents, we don't even talk about that.
Not the ideal topic.
We don't even talk about what your child is majoring in when they go to college.
We need you to do this.
I mean, we getting what? Sports communication, whatever is easy.
Listen,
especially we trying to maintain a grade point average so we can be eligible to ball.
That's about it.
So we won't have that stress. Like, okay, engineering and trying to play a sport, a collegiate sport, especially at a high level. You ain't I mean, there's some brainiacs out there, but it's some guys that are like, look, man, they may start off with architect and engineering and shit, but I mean, I'm about to go to physical education here next semester. I'm changing my shit.
Yeah. And then you gotta have a backup plan just because you injure yourself.
That's true.
That's true, but don't set them up for failure.
But look, though, it's some guys that just know, like, look, I already know I'm doing about 3 years, especially in basketball. You 1 year and done. I ain't about to, man. I'm undecided. I ain't declared for no major. I'm gonna just take some pre-projects, some electives, and I'm out this motherfucker. For the first year, I don't need to take no real serious class because I'm out this motherfucker. Yeah. I'm balling. I'm about to kill these motherfuckers, especially March Madness come. Once I get my motherfucking team to the tournament,
they gonna see me.
I'm out this motherfucker.
Yeah, they gonna see me. I'm
I'm telling you. That's it.
Here I come.
And here I come. I'm out this bitch.
Millions.
Just like Zion Williams, he's 19 years old. He in the league. Millions of dollars already. I can go to college later. You know what I'm saying? I can pay for it. Shaq did it. Shit.
Hey, did you hear what he said? He's like, yeah, the brotherhood, I really wanted to stay. His mom said, shit, it's time to go to the NBA. About that. Tripping. Get your shit and let's go. No, the brotherhood, fuck that. Let's get the check. Let's get the check.
They making millions off you anyway.
I feel moms and shit.
Man, get your money while you can.
Yeah, most definitely.
Get your money. You can always go back and get your education.
Yeah.
I don't know how we got on this topic.
I mean, shit, it's combo.
Because
because we're talking about child support leaves.
It's based off. But seriously, it's based off. It's all stemming from child support because you think about it when your kids get older. they really do need help. I mean, we was all there at one point. Like, we away from home, we in college, and we need some paper. Like, look, I ain't even got no gas.
Multiple times, sometimes you gotta sacrifice. You gotta go to the local Walmart and steal. It be like that.
And back to the topic we were talking about. I don't know how we got to that one.
But once again, it all ties in, man. This is normal conversations that we have.
All ties in. Could you call your dad for $50 or $300?
They didn't have Cash App back then either, so it wasn't that easy.
It wasn't instant. It wasn't
Especially my cell phone didn't work in a certain area. I use the door phone.
Likewise, loud as motherfucker. Loud as motherfucker, man. Yeah. So.
No, I'm just saying, like, child support really, like, it really causes separation. For parents, like for men and women, like it really does.
I know I gotta let it go. But, she said it was something.
It's not chump change. Okay, it's not chump change for a guy working 9 to 5.
But it is chump change to the people who don't get it. Like, I don't get child support. So to that guy,
if you're co-parenting with somebody, it's different. I'm just saying, you on child support, but guess what? This is what I want to say this right here. I'm gonna say this real quick. I'm gonna say this real quick. To all the women who got sons, who got their daddy on child support. Let's just hope your motherfucking son don't get put on motherfucking child support. Yeah. Cause then you gonna be like, oh, that have put you on child support? That's bull. You there for him? You there for him? And then he gonna turn around and be like, mama, then you put daddy on child support?
Don't forget.
What you gonna say then? This is what you gonna do.
Yeah.
The cycle continues.
So you gotta think about that.
The cycle of the man.
Because at the end of the day, you know, mama's got your son back, right?
Yeah.
Look, I know my son
That's
is a good dad.
That's bullshit.
What she put you on child support for? That's bullshit. But you put his motherfucking daddy on child support 23 years ago. Shit.
I mean, true woman, I never had to do that. She can be supportive of her son and shit. No, that's fucking bullshit. You have a son. Eventually have a son. You already have a daughter. I mean, you can be like, shit. No, I didn't do that. No. So yeah, I fucking I'm down. I'm down for you, baby. This is some fucking bullshit. Some women can do that.
No, but it's always different when the tables turn.
Yeah, of course.
With your own child, you can put your child's father on child support, but when your son get him put on child support, all hell gonna break loose.
Yeah, I was just highlighting just the other case as far as the mom not putting the individual on child support, but still her child being put on child support.
Yeah.
So she can still, you know what I'm saying? It goes both ways.
And I get it. It goes both ways because some guys who just not there at all, who won't try to be there. And it's some guys who just tired.
Yeah.
Damn. Say it again.
It's some guys who just tired. Like
some mamas who just tired.
I'm just tired of dealing with the bullshit. Like honestly, this motherfucker want to control me, try to tell me when I can see my motherfucking kid and shit. I'm paying on time every motherfucking time. I willingly put the kid on my insurance. I got life insurance with a motherfucker. I'm trying to put money away for college and shit too, and I still. It's unappreciated.
Yeah, I feel like for every good dad out there that is doing what they need to do and doing what they're supposed to do, there's always that other dad who's not doing absolutely nothing, which then makes
2 or 3 times, right?
Makes
it's double or triple.
Keep going.
So
yeah.
From the good dads to the bad. Like,
good dads 1.
Some good
bad
dads get away with a lot of shit.
And
4,
it's like,
5.
I mean, like some of them, like how the hell they travel and shit,
Because they doing under the table jobs.
But someone traveling, but like, you so far behind and shit. You shouldn't be leaving the country and shit. But
some of them just ain't on child support, maybe, or some of them selling that booger sugar
and lying about how much they're getting, so they only got to pay $50 a month.
Ooh,
yeah,
true.
So they technically paying their child support.
True.
They just not reporting everything accurately.
But they really milking the game.
Really milking the game. They get away with a lot.
But can you blame them?
But keep doing what y'all doing. Don't go the opposite way, because not everyone can do that hard life.
Everybody ain't built for that. There's some real dads out here. Shout out to real dads.
Shout out to all real parents out there that's trying to do whatever they gotta do for their kids.